Nu lekker! Welcome to another episode of the Critics Collective. I'm the Dad Panther variety streamer, content creator, master of none, and this episode is a very special episode that we know you're going to enjoy. We're going to review this movie that should be critically acclaimed, and it's something that I really, really want to do right now. It's going to be iHostage, and I have to say legally, I am not being forced to do this review. But in the meantime, hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and share for more. Man, I can't keep that up. I'm not going to be an actor anytime soon, but if you're doing a movie, low budget, big budget, you want to put me in it, let me know. If you want to put me, well, I said I was gonna, it can't be any movie. Bills need to be paid, but we're not on OnlyFans being paid. I'm not trying to star in that movie, but I will listen to negotiations. I'm just saying. Cost of eggs cost a lot of money. Anyway, so with that being said, we're gonna do iHostage. I was, trying to let's get through this. So my first impressions with iHostage, which is on Netflix, just came out brand new. I think they have it in their top 10. I don't know how. Maybe they have it in their top 10 because people are under the assumption of that first impression, iHostage. I was like, okay, well, you're obviously taking a thing from the iPhone technology. What's going on? Then I slightly read it before I jumped into it. And IMDB says this. It says when a gunman enters an Apple store in the heart of Amsterdam, the police face a delicate challenge to resolve the standoff based off of true events. Now, I didn't know that watching it. Now, I was like, I was thinking automatically. I was thinking Carry On. Carry On, check the review that we did for Carry On. But I was thinking Carry On. I was like, this is a movie that does not look good. There's something about it. The font's not the same, but something about it. Something ain't right. And hit play and went ahead and watched this. Now, at the time, I didn't know it was based off a true story. So it's based off a true story. I'm not going to tell you what happens in it because I want you to watch it too. If I went through it, you can go through it too, I'll say, in that kind of aspect. Now, the highs and lows. The lows would be, man, the acting wasn't there. And I want to say it's nothing negative to the crew that worked on this. Like sometimes with movies, it feels like it's not the actors. It may be it's sometimes not even the directors or even the writers. It's just what was given, right? We need to do a story about a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I needed to be a horror story, right? But I also need to be a funny rom-com towards the end of this peanut butter jelly sandwich. But you're like, at the end of the day, it's just a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's only so much you can do. For this one, the story, there's so much you can do, but I felt like maybe I'm just going back thinking about it. The execution wasn't done well. I watched this movie 1.5 times. What I mean by that 1.5 times, I did offer you. I watched it in English for the first half of the movie, and it's like this ain't. It almost like they were auditioning for me, and I'm like, you know what, this isn't working. What is the native tongue? This is clearly not from America because they were like, so you want an iPhone? Well, we have one here. And let's go over here and look at the wall. Oh, you want headphones? Well, that's fine. Come over here and I'm like, this is this AI? Is that what they mean by I in this? Is this fully produced and designed in AI? I don't know. So they went and it didn't matter what character. It just felt so lifeless. And I mentioned that before, that I'd rather listen to the native tongue, the native language, or whatever and read the subtitles so I get the acting, I get the authenticity of what they're putting together. So I went back and I think it was Dutch. If I'm saying it right, I don't know. Put in the comments what I'm supposed to be saying instead of Dutch. And it was better. 10 times is better. If I would say watch it, make sure you watch it in the original audio. Just read. You know how to read, right? Just if you don't, sorry, but point blank, just go through it, and it's better. some of the scenes they put in, the best person was a guy who goes in a storage closet. He was by far him and the main character who's on the cover. Those are probably my 1 and 2. Everybody else, fucking A. Like there was a lady who, I'm not gonna spoil anything, it reminded me from another lady from Sinners, you know, where one person can fuck it up for everybody. All right. So just keep that in mind. Go check out the review for Sinners and the discussion, the full discussion. Um, I, I just want to wrap this up. The good things about this is it was an hour and 40 minutes. I didn't waste all of the day on this. I don't have much good to say. It's in HD, but you know, take it for what you want. Let's go ahead and rate this. All right, so I'm rating this thing. Man, I'm rating this thing. The storyline is just not there. There is nothing special about this movie. If you watch it, you don't walk away with saying anything awesome about the movie. You walk away with the same way that the ending of the movie is. Without me spoiling the ending, it based on a true story, you're like, okay, based on a true story, okay, and they don't have anything for you at the end. Like literally, like if I could have spoiled this for you, and I'm not, if I could spoil this for you and tell you what the ending is and tell you why everything happened the way it happened in real life, you'd be like, that's a waste of your time, and that would sum up this movie. It's just a waste of your time. This movie is not The Inside Man with Denzel Washington and I can't remember the other individual that was in it, Clive Owens, Jodie Foster, William Defoe. Like that lineup in that movie at a hostage situation, it was tense and you felt it. It's not Breaking. We did a review, I believe, on Breaking. This had John in it. I'm not gonna butcher his name. I already butchered it. You know his name. He played Finn. He did so many other movies. He did Nope. Yeah, I think he did Nope. So Point Blank, you had him in there, and it was a great cast. But again, the same thing. You can feel the action, feel the suspense, the thriller, everything of being a hostage in a situation where sometimes you're pulling for the bad guy, sometimes you're not, and there's people who step up, and there's people outside who are negotiating. There, it was ridiculous. Like just this movie was just unfortunately ridiculous to the point I have to give it a 0. I can't recommend you watch this movie. There's so many others. I just gave you Breaking. I just gave you Inside Man. If you want a little bit more adrenaline, you can do Speed. That's another movie that kind of goes into a hostage situation and keeps moving. You could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here. Until next time, kalika lika lao.